David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So Tucker Carlson's been in Australia for about 2.5, 3 weeks now, and I tell you what, he fucking nailed it. He released this thing today, Tucker Carlson's warning to Australians, that has even made me become a patriotic Australian again. I don't know about again, but fucking, I was driving to work this morning listening to Tuck. By the way, I love Tucker Carlson. I'll put it out there. Yes, I know he has a history of being like a right-wing fucking nut job on Fox News, but everything he's said in like the last 3 years since COVID has pretty much been on the money. I don't think he's made a wrong step. And even if he is like controlled by like the CIA, I think his dad was in the CIA or some shit like that. Even if he was controlled, I really can't see the angle because he's coming from like a real Christian angle, like truth and love and basically non-violence. Although on my drive to work today, I was feeling a little racist. I was like, fuck this immigration shit. Not even like immigration, obviously. Obviously. My fucking wife's an immigrant. I mean like mass, just fucking huge amounts of people, just dumping huge amounts of people onto cities in like a year, 2 years. No way to adjust. House prices skyrocket, fucking rents skyrocket, inflation, unemployment, all the fun stuff that comes with just mass immigration. But I was driving to work going, yeah, it is our country. Unless that's his angle to get us all riled up and fucking going out there and starting a revolution. And if he is, I'm all up for that. I'm up for a revolution. Let's fucking do it. Let's fucking do it, Bogans. Let's get together. Let's get all our guns. We haven't got any, actually. Let's get our placards out. But even at the end of this speech Tucker did, warning to Australians, which he just fucking nailed. He just nailed every single fucking part of it. He could see what was happening to Australia or what is happening to Australia because it's been happening to the US, and he fucking knew a lot of shit as well. He knew about our resources, where they were getting sold, what they were doing. He knew like the politicians. He knew the history. He came well prepared. Anyway, in the end, he's basically like, if you're going to fight this, you can't fight it violently because the system wants you to fight violently. He's like, violence and hate begets hate and violence. So you can't go that route. You have to do it with truth and bravery. And I'm like, yeah, that's the only way. That's the only fucking way, Tuck. It's a really fucking inspirational speech. And it was basically an American nailing Australia. There is something fucking rotten going on here now. It's very fucking insidious, but something's happening. And no one really can put their finger on it. And I think Tucker Carlson just did. It's basically the political parasites of this country have complete and utter contempt for the people. I will caveat my love for Tucker Carlson with one thing. I can picture him at some point in the future taking a complete right turn and turning into like a complete fucking right-wing lunatic. Not even right-wing, just a lunatic, all right? I do envision that as a possibility, but it's not going to affect how I feel about current Tucker. You know what I mean? Because the same thing happened with me and Jordan Peterson. I was fucking in love with Jordan Peterson. Not current Jordan Peterson. Current Jordan Peterson in his fucking like two-face fucking suits, sending tweets out like, give him hell, Netanyahu, or BB, or whatever the fuck that evil cunt's name is. Not that Jordan Peterson. I mean like the work hard, take responsibility Jordan Peterson. So if Tucker Carlson does the same thing and he ends up ranting and raving about eugenics or something like that. I am not talking about that Tucker Carlson now. I'm talking about the current one. The one that seems to be the only like fucking voice of reason at the moment. And not only that, people can change as well. Give them some room to change. Also, not even that. It's like for a journalist, you should spend half your time hated by the right and then the other half hated by the left. If you're just fucking a company man for the left or right the whole time, then you're not a fucking journalist. Like Tucker had Glenn Greenwald on the other day, and fucking these interviews are unbelievable as well. And Glenn Greenwald is the guy who fucking did the Edward Snowden thing. And so he was like the fucking darling of the left for years. And then Glenn Greenwald came out and said Russiagate was fucking bullshit. And so the left fucking slammed him. He was kicked out of the club, even though he did all the Edward Snowden shit. And so the right became friendly with him. And then, and then he's a gay Jew. And despite that, he came out critical of Israel, and then the right started hating him for that as well. So the lines on left and right are pretty blurry. Same with Matt Taibbi, who was also on Tucker Carlson as well. He was like the left's, and he still calls himself a left guy. He was like the left's darling journalist. He was the top journalist at Rolling Stone for 15 years. And he came out calling bullshit on Russiagate. It seems Trump is the fucking ringleader of the whole thing. Trump has been the thorn in a lot of people's sides. But yeah, Taibbi came out and said Russiagate was fucking horse shit. And Rolling Stone wouldn't let him run it. Then he got lambasted by the fucking left, kicked out of the club. The right fucking picked him up, and now he has like a lot of right fans. So Tucker just seems like he's doing his journalistic duty, calling horse shit on whatever fucking side is doing the dirty. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going to go back and re-listen to Tucker Carlson's warning to Australians. And if you're interested, if you live overseas and you want to hear someone praise Australia for what it, I would say, was, or maybe there's still remnants of it. I don't see a lot of it. I don't see what Tucker sees, which is sad. And I'm looking pretty hard anyway. Go listen to it. Go listen to Tucker's speech warning to Australians. Anyway, that'll do it for tonight, and I'll see you the fuck later.